Welcome back to Network Africa. Transport links were set to have improved across the continent in 2016 as governments sought ways to build new roads, ports and railways across the continent, as some projects faced environmental challenges while other countries pushed to invest in infrastructure despite facing harsh economic times. Here's the review.
African countries were on a drive to boost infrastructure and road networks on the continent in 2016. In Kenya, the Wildlife Service Department was tracking 110 elephants in the Tsavo Park to investigate the impact of a multi-million-dollar railway line that cuts across their habitat. The standard gauge railway network is an ambitious infrastructure project aimed at boosting trade and cutting transport costs across Eastern Africa. But conservationists are worried that construction of infrastructure projects in the country may interfere with migration patterns.
Wildlife in this country is such a major economic player. So as much as we do the development and we want to make easy access between cities and we want to transport goods easily, we must also remember that the wildlife sector is as important as those other developments that we are doing.
Looking at how minibus taxis, a common mode of transport in Africa, were an undertapped revenue source for South Africa's struggling economy. The taxis are crucial for nearly 19 million South Africans who use them to get around every day. And the industry's estimated worth is over 40 billion rand.
Currently, the minibus taxis are accounting for about 68.8% of land-based transport, which means they are bigger than the buses and the trains put together. The industry transports on a day an average of about 19 million passengers. So it is a very sustainable industry, but also has a huge impact into the South African economy as well as the local communities.
Ethiopia made huge strides this year with the inauguration of a new railway line linking the capital Addis Ababa with Djibouti in October. The 750-kilometer line was built at a cost of $4 billion with help from China.
A part of Trans-Africa railway network. So it will give an opportunity for connecting Ethiopia with another neighboring countries, and it will minimize the cost of the transport and the transport time.
Nigeria was also investing in infrastructure and launched a commuter train service linking the administrative capital Abuja to major hub Kaduna.
We're having a really nice ride. It's so comfortable. There's really no shock, it's really smooth. We're enjoying ourselves and the AC is good. We even have movie. It's really nice.
In Ghana, cab hailing service Uber made its entry as part of plans to expand across Africa. The company was also trying to convince traditional taxi drivers to work with them to avoid friction seen in other countries.
It's easy, it's accessible, and you don't have to struggle to bargain with taxi drivers or drivers because it gives you the actual amounts depending on the kilometers or the distance you cover. And the drivers too, they're nice. So far, the ones I've come across are very cool. Their cars are neat, and they treat you well, like the way a customer deserves to be treated.
Uber operates in several African countries, including Kenya, where it launched in early 2015.
Africa continues to show it is just at par with other countries in STEM developments. I'm talking science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So we have one more reason to believe so. One Ghanaian innovator is putting spotlight on the continent again, showcasing his latest creations. There they are, including cars at a technology fair in Gomoa Mpota, a town close to the capital, Accra. Founder of Kantanka Technology Center for Excellence and religious leader Kwadwo Safo exhibited V8 cars, three-wheel motorbikes, robotic welding machines, smoke detectors, and even a tar weapon for warfare. President-elect Nana Akufo-Addo, who attended the fair, said his government would focus on science and technology education to speed up Ghana's development. Mr. Safo, who is the father of a member of parliament, said his creations were to demonstrate the capabilities of the black man in the area of technological research and innovation. He built his first car back in 1998, and since then, the Kantanka brand has released several other models, including four-wheel drives and an SUV. Well, that's making us think how far Africa has progressed with innovations in 2016. Young, aspiring and creative Africans were as innovative as ever in 2016, working on new ways of dealing with everyday challenges like fuel shortages and finding market for agricultural produce, as well as launching Africa's first solar-powered bus. Take a look.
When the Nigerian government lifted costly fuel subsidies to try and alleviate the worst economic crisis in decades, and fuel went up by over 67% in May, it sparked widespread protest. It also raised the profile of a startup called Go My Way, a ride-share service offering some relief for commuters in the traffic-locked commercial capital Lagos. Go My Way connected passengers with drivers going along the same route and saved many hundreds of dollars and hours waiting in queues for fuel.
I was now paying more for petrol and spending more time in traffic, and the country's getting harder, so I started thinking of ways to at least earn something extra. And then it popped up again. Go My Way popped up again on my radar on Twitter.
Also in Nigeria, an app called LifeBank sought to help save lives in finding, storing and transporting blood. An estimate of 1.7 million units of blood is needed yearly, but the National Blood Transfusion Service of Nigeria says it recorded less than 500,000 units in 2014. The app provides a database for blood banks and hospitals across the country, helping them source for the required blood type that patients may need.
We have a database of all the blood available in a given place in Nigeria at any given time, and we can deploy this information that we get through our tech platform to the hands of hospitals so that they know when they're in an emergency and they need blood for their patient, they come to us and we help them find the blood they need faster.
University students in Uganda brought crucial market information to farmers using a mobile application and cut out pesky middlemen that often eat into profits. Agro Market Day also provides an online shopping option to farmers like Ismail Katende.
That's a wrap-up of an overview of the continent today. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani.